The history of Iran in the 1600s, the golden age of the Safavid Empire. In the early 1600s, Iran was ruled by one of the most powerful empires in the world, a dynasty that transformed Persia into a military powerhouse, built some of the most beautiful cities on earth. It shaped the religious identity of an entire nation that still exists today. At the center of this transformation was one remarkable ruler, Abbas I of Persia, better known as Shah Abbas the Great. His reign turned the Safavid Empire into a dominant power in the Middle East. But before we dive into this fascinating story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more real history documentaries from around the world. Now, let's travel back to Iran in the 1600s. The story begins more than a century before the 1600s. In 1501, a young leader named Ismail the Friar founded the Safavid dynasty. He united large parts of Persia under one powerful state after centuries of fragmentation. But Ismail made a decision that would permanently shape Iran's future. He declared Twelver Shi'a Islam the official religion of the empire. This created a strong religious identity that separated Persia from its powerful Sunni neighbor, the Ottoman Empire. By the late 1500s, however, the Safavid state faced serious threats. Ottoman armies attacked from the west, Uzbek forces pushed in from Central Asia, and internal conflicts weakened the empire. In 1588, a young prince took the throne. His name was Abbas I of Persia, and he would change everything. When Shah Abbas became ruler, the empire was in crisis. Large territories had already been lost to rival powers. The Safavid army was weak and divided. Much of the military power belonged to tribal warriors known as the Qizilbash. Abbas realized the empire could not survive unless the military was completely reorganized. So he built a new professional army. Instead of relying entirely on tribal forces, he recruited soldiers trained with firearms and artillery. He also created elite royal guards loyal directly to the king. These reforms dramatically strengthened the Safavid military power. Soon, Abbas began reclaiming lost territory. Iran's greatest rival at the time was the Ottoman Empire, one of the largest empires in the world. In 1603, Shah Abbas launched a major military campaign that began the Ottoman-Safavid War, 1603 to 1612. Safavid forces successfully recaptured important cities such as Tabriz. They also regained territories in the Caucasus, including parts of Armenia and Georgia. These victories restored Safavid prestige and secured Iran's western borders. Shah Abbas had proven that Persia could stand as an equal against the Ottoman Empire. But military victories were only part of his legacy. One of Shah Abbas's greatest achievements was transforming the city of Isfahan into the new capital of the empire. He redesigned the city with magnificent architecture and urban planning. At the center of Isfahan stood the enormous Naqsh-e-Jahan Square, one of the largest public squares in the world. Around it were architectural masterpieces, including the Shah Mosque and the Sheikh Lotfullah Mosque. European travelers described Isfahan as one of the most beautiful cities they had ever seen. The famous Persian phrase even emerged, "Isfahan is half the world." The city became a center of culture, art, and trade. Iran's location made it a vital hub for international trade. Caravans traveled across Persia, linking India, Central Asia, and the Ottoman world. Merchants exported Persian silk, carpets, ceramics, and luxury goods. Shah Abbas also encouraged trade with European merchants. English, Dutch, and Portuguese traders visited the Safavid court. Diplomatic missions were exchanged between Persia and European kingdoms. This period helped integrate Iran into a growing global economy. Religion remained a central part of Safavid rule. The dynasty strongly supported Twelver Shi'a Islam. Religious institutions expanded across the empire. Shi'a scholars gained influence in politics and society. This policy strengthened Iran's cultural and religious identity. It also created lasting tensions with neighboring Sunni powers. But the Safavid decision to promote Shi'ism permanently shaped Iran's identity. Today, Iran remains the largest Shia majority country in the world. Life in Safavid Iran was vibrant and diverse. Cities like Isfahan were full of merchants, artists, craftsmen, and scholars. Markets sold silk textiles, spices, jewelry, and pottery. Caravanserais hosted traders traveling long distances across Asia. Public gardens, baths, and mosques became centers of social life. In the countryside, most people worked in agriculture. Farmers produced crops like wheat, rice, and fruits that supported urban populations. Safavid Iran became known as one of the most culturally rich societies of its time. When Abbas I of Persia died in 1629, the empire was at its peak. But the rulers who followed him were weaker. Political corruption and poor leadership gradually weakened the Safavid state. Eventually, in 1722, the capital Isfahan fell to invading Afghan forces. The Safavid Empire came to an end, but its legacy remained. The Safavid era of the 1600s transformed Iran forever. It revived Persia as a powerful empire, built one of the most magnificent cities of the early modern world, and shaped the religious identity of the country that still exists today. If you enjoyed learning about the history of Iran and want to see more fascinating stories from world history, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next historical documentary. And tell us in the comments, which empire or historical period should we explore next?